I see my brother Mr. Muzammil Sahab is here. I have a lot of love for him. Actually, the two Muzammils are sitting here. I have a lot of love and affection for them. You know, it's so amazing that when I was in music, and as I was leaving music, my situation, financial situation, started deteriorating in a big way. Obviously, I've been doing music for the last 16 years. In 1987 I started, it kept on going till 2003, 16 years. Even though I'm a mechanical engineer, but I did not practice. I worked for a year as an engineer, but then I left because as an engineer I wasn't making anything like I had started making in music. At that time, you know, there wasn't much that I knew about Islam and what Allah and His Rasul wanted. So I left my engineering and I started doing my music. I was making a lot of money. So as I was leaving music, I made one dua. And my dua was, "Oh Allah, I have gone because of this music to a lot of different cities and towns in the world. Could it be that because of your name, could you take me to all those places one more time so that I can just go and, you know, sort of do an istighfar over there?" As I was making this dua, I knew that I will never get a chance to do it because I had no money, I had no access. But, you know, Qurban on Allah, as Allah would will, I can seriously claim over here that I don't think any American must have visited as many cities in the US as I have now in the path of Allah. You know, how many of you even know where Fayetteville is? You see, I'm sure none of you even have an idea where it is. So there's one gentleman who knows. Some funny cities with funny names. Saskatoon sounds like a tablet for headache or something. So, by Allah's grace, Allah has given this opportunity. So Detroit, every time I come here, I get a lot of welcome from this city, and I am very, very grateful to you people. I am very grateful to Allah Rabbul Izzat, to all my sisters, all my brothers. I'm going to share with you some of the few things that I have learned from my elders as Allah has given me the opportunity to go in His path. My dear brothers and sisters, to whomsoever Allah loves, Allah takes a little bit of exam from them, a little bit of test, whether He really loves me or not. And those to whom there is less connection, there is no exam, or maybe less exam. The greatest test that came, it came on the Anbiya alayhi salatu wassalam, and the people who were closer to Anbiya alayhi salatu wassalam. And this is the sunnah of Allah Rabbul Izzat, that till the day of Qiyamah, whomsoever would want to claim that I am close to Allah, Allah is going to make a slight test whether He really loves me or not. According to one of the sayings of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a Sahabi came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I love you a lot. The Prophet of Allah looked at him, smiled and said, think about this again. No, Ya Rasulullah, I love you a lot. The Prophet of Allah second time said, think about it again. When he said this the third time, Ya Rasulullah, I love you a lot, then the Prophet of Allah said, okay, then get ready for the calamities to come on you the way water comes from the height and comes down. The way water comes from the height and comes down, get ready for calamities to come on you that way. जिस तरह पानी ऊपर से नीचे आता है, तैयार हो जाओ अब हालात के अपने ऊपर आने के लिए तैयार हो जाओ जैसे पानी ऊपर से नीचे आता है. That's why Allah says in the Quran, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا. Whoever is going to make this juhd to come to me. Why has Allah said juhd? The ulama kiram tell us, the scholars tell us, because being obedient to Allah, there is going to be a small test on the nafs, because the nafs doesn't want to be obedient. The nafs wants to do something else. A namehram comes from here. The nafs says, look at her. Look at her. But the commandment of Allah is lower your gaze. Lower your gaze. Once I was sitting in Rawalpindi and Hazrat Mufti Sahib, Zainul Abidin Marhum, Rahimullah, I heard it from him that if a namehram comes in front of you and you lower your gaze, that very moment Allah Rabbul Izzat forgives your entire sins. जैसे ही नामहरम सामने आए और तुमने नजरें नीचे झुका ली, उसी लम्हे पिछले सारे गुनाह माफ हो जाते हैं. Shall I speak in English or Urdu? Anyone over here who doesn't understand Urdu, even if one of the brothers doesn't understand Urdu, I'll keep speaking in English. Anyone? Brother Harun? Urdu or English?
English.
Oh, okay. No problem. Oh, okay. But if there is something which I find it better, I'll translate it in Urdu. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا. If you want to come to me, you will have to go through a certain test on your nafs. Because Allah is Allah. It is so amazing. My most two important things, one is my life. One is my life, and the second thing is my mal, my wealth. Two of the most important things. If my time and my nafs and my life is so important that if somebody calls me to do something which I don't want to do, what do I say? I say, I have no time for this. I don't have time for this. Why? Because my time, my life is the most important thing. If somebody comes in and asks for my wealth, if I don't think it's worth it, I will never give it. Why? It is dear to me. My time and my wealth. And what is Allah saying? إِنَّ اللَّهَ اشْتَرَى مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ أَنفُسَهُمْ وَأَمْوَالَهُمْ بِأَنَّ لَهُمُ الْجَنَّةِ. Muzammil, your time and your life, मेरी बंदी, तेरा वक्त और तेरा माल, Allah has bought it already. It's not that Allah will buy it. Allah has bought it already. It is being bought for the price of Jannah. Look at me, what I am. Right? Look at all the handicaps that are there in my life. After a while I get old. To live I need to eat and drink. Every day I have to go to the washroom. At least once or twice a day. Yes. If the temperature increases 1 degree in my body, I fall ill. If it decreases one degree, I fall ill again. Sorry, 1 degree. If it increases 1 degree, I fall ill. If it decreases 1 degree, I fall ill. Look at me. Right? Anything that is against my nature, I get angry. I shout, I fight, I am weak. Allah says you have very, very little knowledge. Whatever you have, it's been given to you by me. And you have no patience. My price, Allah says, your price, I have put my abd, and your price is Jannah. My best creation. Oh Allah, you are taking my time, my life, my wealth, everything. What are you giving me? So Allah says, Ista'inu. I'm taking two things from you and giving you two things. Ista'inu bis-sabri was-salah. If my people say something to you, show them ikhlaq, be quiet, don't fight with them. And whatever you need from me, here is salah, just do 2 rakats, ask from me. This will give you strength. If you want to become powerful, it's not going to be through your own self and your wealth. You will not be powerful. You will be powerful with good ikhlaq and salah. You know, when I heard this years ago, I used to think, obviously this is coming from Allah Rabbul Izzah, so it can't be wrong, but how is it possible? You know, just good ikhlaq and salah, that is going to make my life? How is it possible? You know, my effort is important. My wealth is important. That's what everybody is saying. But Allah says, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu ista'inu bis-sabri was-salah. Your life, your wealth is mine. And if you want to lead your life, one thing for my people, be kind to my people. And second thing, whatever you need, here is salah. So slowly and gradually, I started saying it. You know, when I used to go and I used to make bayan, today as I was coming, I was just thinking, you know, what to say. And this thought came to my mind that 10, 12 years ago, I used to say this, and I used to say this with a lot of belief. And wallah, believe me, my dear brothers, now I realize that 10, 12 years ago, my dear sisters, when I literally had nothing, when everything was taken away from me, I actually used to believe that 2 rakats of mine will really, really solve every problem of mine. I used to believe it then. Wallah, now when I think of it, really my heart doesn't say ke namaz se kaam ban jayega. Salah will do something for you. In these times, wallah, believe me, the belief is so weak that I don't even think I can get 2 pieces of bread from 2 rakats. What to talk of Jannah? जन्नत क्या मिलेगी? हाँ? अभी तो 2 जॉब चली जाए तो होश उड़ जाते हैं अभी तो. नमाज क्या करेगी? Because the most important ibadat that Allah has given me now has no value for me, I am of no value in the eyes of Allah. What did Sahaba have? Kalma and namaz. Kalma and salah. That's the only 2 things they had. When the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam left this world, what did Sahaba have with them? Kalma and salah. Somebody asked, Umar radiyallahu ta'ala, how did you conquer 2.2 million square miles within a span of 10 years? So he said, in the morning on the back of a horse, and at night on the back of the mat of salah. That's what we did. Huh? We are an ummah which at one point in time used to take pride in the fact that we are part of the ukhrajat linnas. We used to take pride of this fact. You know, we used to be very proud of the fact. that, my even now sometimes, you come across such people. My wife once went and she was sitting amongst some ladies, who were, our tablighi ladies, and she said that, the one thing those ladies were talking about is whose husband goes to the furthest part of the world in the path of Allah. I said, seriously? Did you actually meet such women? She says, yeah, I was sitting amongst such women. Over here, every wife wants her husband to be sitting right next to her. And over there, every wife was talking about, she was taking pride in the fact that my husband has gone to the furthest part of the world for the longest period of time. I said, this is as if the times of the Qarn-e Awwal has come back. When the Sahabiyat used to talk about something like this. This is, even as being a Muslim, sometimes when I talk about these things, my Muslim brothers, they look at my face and say, what the hell am I talking about? There was this Jamaat of Sahaba Karam. So the Prophet of Allah said, listen, you guys have to leave, you gentlemen have to leave immediately for this work at this place. Immediately. So most of the Sahaba Karam who were there were youngish ones and didn't have a wife, so they just got ready and started getting ready in the Masjid al-Nabawi. So there was one Sahabi, he says, I had a wife, so I said, Ya Rasulullah, can I just go and inform my wife, that I'm leaving? The Prophet of Allah looked at him, smiled, and he says, okay, you go. So he went to his wife and he said, we are being sent at such and such place for such and such time. And some of my colleagues who are going with me are married, some are not married. And you know what? None of them is going to even inform their wives that they're going out in the path of Allah. I've just taken this special permission for you, and I've come and I'm informing you. So she started crying. And he said, no, don't worry, I'll come back very quickly. She said, no, I'm not crying because you're going to come back very quickly. I am crying of the fact that those women whose husbands have not gone to their houses to inform them, they are going to get more ajr than me just because you have come in to inform me that you're leaving. How strange are these stories? How strange do these stories sound to us? I see these young children running around, everybody. Can you imagine how much their mothers love them, how much their fathers love them? A man came to Masjid al-Nabi, Ya Rasulullah, I haven't eaten for 3 days. The Prophet of Allah asked around at the houses of the Ummahat al-Mumineen, Azwaj al-Mutahharat, does anyone have anything to feed one of my guests? Wallah, 9 houses, there was nothing to eat. So Rasulullah asked the group of Sahaba Karam, Rizwan